Here's your daily news roundup from 97.9 WGBW.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update. Green Bay Botanical Gardens is helping you support bees and other pollinators. You can order a pollinator kit that contains 5 plants, including milkweed, grass, and 3 flowering plants that bloom in spring. The kits are available online for a suggested donation of $25. Organizers say the kits address a growing concern about insect population declines. Pollinators help reproduce crops in home gardens and farm fields. They say the plants provide a food source for all different kinds of insects that are the basis of our food chain. Wisconsin workers will have the chance to learn more about AI and advanced manufacturing. Governor Tony Evers and the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development announced applications are now open for WIS-Train, Wisconsin Training for Resilient Advanced Industry Needs. The program is offering more than $7 million in employer job training grants to address workforce gaps. WIS-Train is open to employers of any size. The money can be used for worker training programs, including apprenticeship programs. Applications must be submitted by July 13th. If funds are still available after that deadline, applications will be accepted on a rolling basis until the money is gone. Wisconsin is one of 14 states to receive the funding for job training grants in emerging industries. With news at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM, I'm Connie Fellman, 97.9 WGBW News.
With Civic Media News, I'm Terry Miller. Wisconsin's classrooms are facing a growing crisis, and officials say the problem goes beyond just hiring. Poor retention and new graduates leaving the state are driving a teacher shortage that shows no signs of slowing down. But there may be a new solution in the works. Back in 2024, Congress approved more than $500,000 in federal funding to launch a teacher apprenticeship program right here in Wisconsin. State agencies, including the Department of Workforce Development, the Department of Public Instruction, and the Wisconsin Technical College System, teamed up with 2 universities to get the program off the ground. The idea? Let aspiring teachers earn while they learn, instead of the traditional path, a short internship, a bachelor's degree, and 1 semester of student teaching. This program flips the script entirely. Apprentices work inside classrooms now in support roles while training for their teaching credentials. And a prominent voter advocacy group is taking Wisconsin to court over how absentee ballots are handled when information is missing. The League of Women Voters of Wisconsin has filed a legal challenge against the state's current law, arguing it gives individual county clerks too much power to simply reject ballots without ever notifying voters there's a problem. They're asked to a Dane County judge require all clerks to notify voters when something is missing and give those voters a chance to fix it before their ballot is thrown out. That fix-it process is known legally as curing a ballot. The case puts a spotlight on inconsistencies in how absentee ballots are processed across Wisconsin and whether voters are being treated equally, regardless of where they live. And Wisconsin farmers are getting hit from multiple directions, and they want Washington to know it. Senator Tammy Baldwin met with farmers in Janesville this week, hearing firsthand how global tariffs, rising diesel prices, and disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz are putting serious pressure on agricultural operations across the state. More news can be found at civicmedia.us.
The Miz wins again. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with Sports Baseball. The Brewers are back home at AmFam Field to host the Giants after beating the Astros yesterday in Houston 2-0. Another shutout performance by The Miz. Jacob Mizorowski. Was he as good as he was on Memorial Day? Pat Murphy.
Did he have his best, most crisp stuff? No, but he gave us 7 innings and probably could have gave us a little more, but we want to be smart about everything we do there. His delivery was a little clunky. I think he'll tell you that.
College baseball, the UWM Panthers play their final game tonight in a rematch against the Auburn Tigers, part of the NCAA Regionals. Auburn won in last night's game 8-1. The Wisconsin Badgers have hired a new general manager. He's 50-year-old Morocco Brown, an NFL exec who has worked for 4 different teams, most recently the Indianapolis Colts, where his GM there, Chris Ballard, a Badgers alum, served on the search committee for Wisconsin. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
A little sunshine at times today, but overall mostly cloudy with highs in the upper 70s to near 80 this afternoon. Tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with a low dropping into the 50s. Tomorrow, sunshine with a high right around 80. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable.
That's your Green Bay News Roundup from 97.9 WGBW. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And find more news anytime at WGBW.FM.